Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 111. Once again, today I'm doing my top 10 of 2022. And this guy just showed up at my door saying, I got 10 CDs. Can I join you in this episode? Anyway, sort of like that. But anyway. So we're both going to be doing our top 10 of 2022. This is my friend Steff, who you may recognize from the Motley Crue episode I did. So welcome again to Off the Charts.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you again. The invite, right?
Dan, can I do it, please, Dan?
And today I'm having a stray dog because I ran out of Grand Marnier, and today was a big snowstorm here in Ottawa, and I was like, I'm not going outside, apart from shoveling 4 times. So anyway, cheers, everybody. All right. So we shall do our top 10 of 2022. I showed you guys what I had bought in 2022. Now today is the big reveal as what are my favorites, and we'll probably each have a couple of honorable mentions. Yes. So since you're my guest, you should start off with the number 10.
Thank you. Did you find that this year was a good music year?
Yes, actually, very good music year. And also, because of this channel, I found that I was buying records that I was not. If it wasn't for this channel, some records I would not have bought, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought for myself, like I ended up with 20, if not 30 albums this year.
Oh. I thought, like for my top 10, I would say the top 5 were like set in stone. But after that, I could have picked out of maybe 10 or 12 other albums. Like I thought there was a lot of good music this year.
And a lot of good surprises too for me.
Yeah.
A very good comeback stories, let me put it that way. But we'll get into that later.
All right, so my number 10 would be Black Swan with Generation Mind. That's their second album. I don't like it as much as the first one, but
the first one is by a lot better. But it's still good.
Yeah, I really enjoy Red Beach. I think he's an amazing guitar player, so this album would be number 10 for me.
Generation Mind. Yes, I got that one on vinyl here. All right. For me, I'll be putting Sammy Hagar in the Circle, Crazy Times. Would you believe this one almost didn't make the top 10? The first time I heard it, I was like, I did not like it. And then the more you listen to it, the more you're like, okay, it's just like his albums of late, I find they're good, but there's no wow moments. Okay. Well, maybe the song Crazy Times, Pumpin' Up is a pointless cover. I do like Crazy Times a lot. Funky Feng Shui, that's another. There was also Childhood Zen that I like. Like I said, you guys know I love Sammy Hagar, but it almost didn't make the top 10. Like almost, it just of late I've been listening to it a lot because the first time I listened to it, I'm like, oh.
I've listened to it maybe twice, and I think I'm kind of like you. Like right now, it's at whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll listen to it a little bit more.
It grew on you. It grew on you big time, because like I said, this was not part of my a couple of weeks ago when I started my list. There, I was like, this was not in it at all. So it just squeaked by in the last couple of weeks there. So, Sammy Hagar, Crazy Times. Sammy Hagar in the Circle, Crazy Times. All right.
So my number 9 will be Scorpions with Rock Believer. Very good album. I think for some reason a lot of people didn't like the last 2. I thought they were very good. The problem that I found with those 2 were the ballads. Too many ballads.
Yeah, they seem to.
And I don't like their ballads anyway. But with this album, it's more I think it flows very good. There's a lot of good rockers, and even like I can't remember which is it. Seventh Son. That's kind of like proggy a little bit.
That's a good song. Well, you know what? Before we continue,
we have a match.
we actually have a match here. This is good. This is like it's. They're not inventing anything here. I'm telling you right now. But a good album is like this. Roots in My Boots. I freaking love that song. Rock Believer, of course. Peacemaker. That was the single that the first single video I guess we heard there. Okay. Seventh Son. Yeah, that's and Sun. That's SUN, not like maidens there. But yeah, I was extremely surprised. Like everybody kept saying, it's like, oh, they're back and they're doing. It's not uber original, but it's really good. Like it's,
it's a good rockin' album.
It's and this is the first one with Mickey D. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, well, Motorhead's no longer around, so Mickey D has joined Scorpions. What was the one before this? I just because I don't have it there. Is it Unbreakable? No, huh?
No. Oh my God.
The one with the crown there?
That was that one.
So that was the one before this.
Yeah.
That feels like 10 years ago.
And then before that was Sting of the Tail or something like that.
Okay, yeah, with a big S there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Scorpion kind of.
Yeah, around. Yeah, okay.
But I can't remember what the one before. What's the name?
Was it Unbreakable? It's like silver.
No. Unbreakable was like 2000.
Not the Volume 1 Humanity.
No.
Okay, well then I don't know. But anyway,
it's the one you said, the one with the crown.
Oh, I don't know what the name of it is.
Okay.
I don't know what the. Again, I don't own. Like I have, let's say 10 of them there, but I got this one just because everybody was talking about it there. So when I bought it on a whim, and I was like, wow. So yeah, we actually have a match. Yeah. We actually talked before. We haven't told our picks, by the way. And it says, do you think we're going to have some same albums? And you think, what, we're going to match like the same? I'm like, no, we're not going to match. And here we are matching. So, okay. Good.
All right.
But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's doesn't take itself too seriously and just rocks. And just I like it.
10 great songs or 11, whatever. Mm-hmm. Just no. All right, number 8. I'm sure we won't have a match for that one. Would be Disturbed new album.
Nope, we don't have a match. I didn't even buy this, I'll tell you right now.
I know a lot of people don't like this band because they call them either new metal or whatever. I just think it's a good metal band. I don't know why they get so much hate. Anyway, way better than the album before.
I don't find people hate them.
Well, I think like if you're like metal people sometimes put them in the new metal category because they came out in the 2000s.
Yes.
But like they're great live band and anyway. So number 8 would be Disturbed, Divisive.
Let me see I think my friend Steve had this in his top 10 of the year. Yeah. I haven't heard anything from that one, but it's not that I don't hate Disturbed. I just does nothing. This was my surprise of the year. Ozzy Osbourne, Patient number 9.
Your first?
My first. Well, remember when I bought all those CDs?
Yeah.
And then I resold them, and you're like, I knew you were gonna do that. But weren't those the ones with the other drummer too? Like they re-record? No. Anyway, they were good, but then
unless you bought those ones also.
No, fuck no. But I heard the song, like I love Immortal. Patient number 9 was really good. Like I forget the titles here. Anyway, I've listened to this like a few times there. Like I haven't taken it all in yet, but I was extremely surprised when I heard the first 2 singles or videos, whatever. And I'm like, this is actually not too bad here. I like this a lot here, and yeah, my first Ozzy Osbourne album. Then of course I'm starting to rebuy the. I did buy not Bark at the Moon. Diary of a Madman. This is actually not a. gatefold. But anyway, Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9. Surprise, surprise.
It is a surprise.
Did you buy this one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sure, yeah, you did there. All right. That was what? Number 1, 2, 3.
8.
That was...
So now it's 7.
Yeah.
Number 7 for me would be the new Queensryche album. I must say, I'm a huge Queensryche fan, but after Promised Land, it kind of went a big downhill. And the last 4 albums with Rob Latore, is it Rob?
Todd Latore, yeah.
I think they're all different and they're all very, very good. Like this one, I would say the first one with Todd Latore and this one would probably be my favorite, but I was really, really surprised with
Pascal
how good
says this is their best. Like, I haven't bought it yet. I have some Queensryche upstairs, but not that much like the first 3. No, the EP Warning and I'm missing Rage for Order, but I have Operation Mindcrime. But I will get them there. But yeah, I'm told like that one's really, really good here, so that's going to be on my shopping list there. But yeah, my friend says, our friend Pascal says that's the best one with Todd Latore out of the. He's got 4 already.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's been there 10 years already.
And already 4 albums. That's actually these days that's actually pretty impressive there.
So yeah, number 7.
We're at number 7, yeah.
Queensryche.
All right, so my number 7 was probably the latest, and Skid Row, The Gang's All Here. My God, was because I have them all on digital, and I even have Revolutions Per Minute, and what was the one there, Part 1 and Part 2 with the soldier on. Do you have those ones?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name. And I was like, and then the joke was, they had a singer, and then a week later they had another singer, and then almost like Red Dragon Cartel at one time there. So everybody's like, when this came out, oh my God, Dan, you got to hear the new Skid Row. And I'm like, so I did a reaction video of the Gang's All Here, and I was like, the sound on my PC is not that great. So it was like there was missing something. So I was like, okay, it's good. But I'm like, you know what? It's good enough. That chorus was really good for the Gang's All Here. And I bought the album, and the album sounds a lot better. I guess my speakers just are shit. But yeah, this, oh my God. Time Bomb's that the one that tick, 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 tick. It's a little cheesy lyrics.
That kind of reminds me a bit of Metallica's...
Tick, 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 tock. Or Friend Tick, 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 tock. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, huh? But that was my little cringy moment, I guess, there. But as a whole album there, this one really is very solid. Easily, I liked Subhuman Race, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
This is, again, like Scorpions, nothing new at all here, but it's just rocks. It's brought back the positive music from the 80s, like how they were. I find this is a very positive feeling album. A great summer album I find. Yeah. I'll tell you how it sounds back in the summertime there, because I've only listened to it in the winter there. But yeah, Skid Row, The Gang's All Here is my number 7.
Nice. More on that later.
Okay.
Number 6 would be Amorphous Halo.
What?
This album, oh my God, the riffs and the melodies, maybe not as good as the one prior to this one, but very, very good album. Amorphous Halo.
I think Pascal bought this one too. There, I don't know much about those guys there. They toured well. Okay, more on that one later, but more about the opening act.
Okay,
not those guys there. But that was number 6.
Yes,
6. Okay, so my number 6 would be another surprise. Would you have thought a Stryper album would make my top 10? These guys, again, when I did my episode with my nephew, I used to laugh at these guys. Remember how I laughed about these guys way back when we were teenagers? But when they came back together, they made great album after great album after great album, I find. And this one, when I I've heard the song Transgressor, the YouTube video is like, oh my god, this is actually very good. Not great if it flashes a lot of lights there, and I'll say that there. Same Old Story is great. I forget the. And you're okay. Remember this guy here? Yeah. So this guy is the bass, or used to be the bass player of Firehouse, a band that we liked there also back then. Then out of nowhere, he left Firehouse. Don't know what he's been doing. I think he's been there for the last 2, if not 3 albums.
Yeah.
And fits very well. But yeah, the Final Battle, I thought, on the first listen, wow, this is actually very good. Now I'm starting to buy their old discography, and I still find to be this one their best. I just find it fresh. It's not cheese.
Yeah.
It's just like kick-ass hard rock, verging on metal almost. There, it's and the guy can still sing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like that first note there. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, Striper. This is number 6 here. Yeah, yes. Striper. The Final Battle, number 6. Never thought I would have a Striper album in my top 10. Nothing against Striper. It was just not my thing back then. But I was probably the only one that actually loved Against the Law at the time. Nobody else did.
And Against the Law is very good.
I think it's great. Okay, maybe this guy then.
Okay.
But yeah, number 6, Striper, The Final Battle.
I think Striper, I would put them in the same category as, let's say, Europe, Saxon, Testament. That their album, the album that they're releasing now, is
better,
even like
equal to or
better than what they.
A lot of people are loving the new the new Striper. Like maybe not the first couple of albums after they got back together.
Yeah.
But their last 5 albums, they're just like wow.
And I think like they release an album like once every 2 years.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much
yeah, they're very. So the Final Battle, does that mean this is the last album? I don't know. I haven't heard anything there, but anyway, number 6, Striper, The Final Battle.
All right, so number 5, like Dan mentioned, Skid Row, The Gang's All Here. I love this album. I think this could have gone like between the first album and Slave to the Grind. I think it's not heavy as Slave to the Grind, but
it would have been a devolution if it came after Slave to the Grind.
Yeah.
But what, is it 20 years, if not 30? After
24, yeah.
It's a welcome change, I find.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with could have been in between the first and
yeah, I think like every song the only one, like you said, like Time Bomb has a little
he keeps
cringy,
saying
kind of bugs
tick,
me
tick,
a little
tick,
bit, but
tick.
Besides that, I think it's a great album. I hope they keep this singer.
Yeah, Eric Cronwell, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He used to sing for Heat, but I've never really heard any. I've never heard that band before, but
I thought it was one of your. No, it was Wet. Because it's HEAT, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's WET. That's probably why I mixed it, or WASP.
All right, so number 5, Skid Row, The Gang's All Here.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad to see it's number 5 for me here. Megadeth, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. I still prefer, now, Dystopia a little bit more. But when I first heard We'll Be Back, my God, I was like, how the hell, like, how old is he now? 60? Mustaine?
Oh, at least. I would say 60.
And the riffing on this song is The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead is okay. There's a lot of speaking.
Yeah. We were talking about that.
Was it you that was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Night Stalkers, Dogs of Chernobyl, Soldier On. But yeah, this, if you like, I don't find that they invented it. Like it's Dystopia Part 2, I guess, if for a great album, I find. Nothing wow, like, but again, for this year, for me, it was like, I think it's actually a very great, this is probably what, the heaviest one in my list here. Well, you haven't seen the rest there, but yeah, trust me, it's the heaviest one here. But anyway, Megadeth, The Sick, The Dying and the Dead. I'm putting this as my number 5. Yeah, we're number 5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5. There you go. But the guy can still play. Mustaine can still play. I'm just, but he got himself a whole bunch of young kids too, I guess, to help him out there.
So the new drummer is pretty good too.
I don't even know what his name is.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I think he's from. What's that band?
They got. The hell's this guy's name there from White Lion?
White Lion.
We all know what happened to David Lefson there. I'm not going to get into that there. But.
James Lomenzo or something?
James Lomenzo, yeah. Yeah, there's their drummer right here there. I just forget his name there. But anyway, yeah. Megadeth.
All right, and it's funny that you mentioned Dave Ellefson, because my number 4 was my surprise of the year. One of my favorite singers of all time, doing another side project. So it's Ellefson Soto. So Jeff Scott Soto and Dave
there
Ellefson.
You go.
This album, I love this album.
That's not the one with a bunch of covers, is it?
Nope.
No, okay.
So
he did a covers album, Ellefson.
Oh yeah.
I think so. Like maybe a couple years ago.
No,
now
this
that
is
I'm thinking
all
about it, okay.
Original, and it's very good. Like it's like heavier than the Jeff Scott Soto solo stuff, but still like very good. And yeah,
this guy loves Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah.
Did you actually bought those Yngwie Malmsteen ones that he's on, right? Just because.
Oh yeah. All of those, all the Axel Rudy Pell.
That was that reason that you bought that? Okay.
Yeah.
I keep saying Axel Rudy Pell. I'm like, why the fuck did he buy that? Now I know. I didn't know that was a singer.
Yeah.
So, okay, that was number 4?
Yeah.
All right, number 4 for me. I did not even own a single album from these guys. Cats in Space. Did you hear the name?
The only time I heard about it was when Sea of Tranquility talked about it.
Yeah, and again, dumb name. It doesn't inspire, like, wow, I need that. That sounds like a cool band, but my God, they're it's not that metal either. It's hard rock, a little like AOR metal, if that's a thing. Anyway, there's just song writing, and Pascal was telling me about this. I'm like, again, this is one that I would not have bought had I not had made this channel. Like, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna get some good 2022 albums, and I was asking suggestions here and there. My friends like, get Cats in Space, and everybody has been just like going gaga over this. I mean, it's very good. Do I think it's the best thing since Tits? No. But yeah, Kickstart the Sun is the name of the album, but I just find it's very good. AOR hard rock, but AOR metal maybe at times there.
Now, is that a new band, or they have like a lot of albums?
This is like their, I think this is like their 4th album, or again, Cats in Space. I just
sounds like a bad movie.
It sounds like a bad band name, but I just find, and look at these freaking flying saucers with cats. There's nothing cool about this, but I guess in this case, at my age, as a teenager, would have never had bought this. This was not cool enough to go buy. But the music on this is actually very good, very original, very different too. You know, when you want something different more in your life there regarding music, I'm like, I'll try this out. And I was actually very, well, look at this. It's number 3? 4?
Yeah.
So yeah, Cats in Space, Kickstart the Sun, number 4.
So
I don't even know where they're from.
Space.
Oh.
So another surprise for you then. That was another.
That was. I mean, the Skid Row. You know, you could probably see me buying it, or Scorpions. This, I would have never bought that
Yeah.
had it not been for this channel. And it was a risk. I mean, when you're trying to get some material for your episodes or your 2000, like I'm trying to get as much albums as I can. Because when you look at other channels and like you look at their friggin' library, I mean, I do have a lot of music. Don't get me wrong, but when I look at their libraries of music, I'm like, oh my god, I got a long way to go here. So anyway, that was like a risk, and I bought it with
Paid off.
yeah. So there you go, Cats in Space.
All right, the top three. So number 3 for me would be the New Ghosts. I love this album. I personally think it's their best one. Like there's not like one song on here that
I know,
don't. And it's the kind of album for me. I had to stop listening to it for a bit because I was like, I don't want to get like too. I don't want to get
Tired of it?
tired of it.
Yeah.
So I had to put it away for a little bit and then come back to it. And when I came back, it was still amazing. So yeah, the New Ghost, number 3.
More on that one later. All right, so number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Saxon Carpe Diem. Not as good as Thunderbolt. I'm saying that right now, but Age of Steam, The Pilgrimage, I love that song. I forget which one else. Black is the Night. They haven't made a dud of ever since. Well, they're sort of come back with Unleash the Beast there, but I would say starting from Lionheart on forward, they've just been like Striper.
Yeah, on a
Well,
roll.
like you said there, they've been on a roll, and they've been. It's a nice cover, but it's also very simple. There's your. Look at how old they look now, eh? But yeah, Carpe Diem. Again, not as good as Thunderbolt. I do like Thunderbolt a lot more, but I do like Saxon a lot too there, so kind of helps to like them also there. But yeah, Carpe Diem, number 3 for me.
All right.
Two more.
2 more. Number 2 would be Shine Down with Planet Zero.
I know the name Shine Down. I don't know who they are.
No.
Like, who is that again? Do I know some people in there?
No, they're all like like it's not like
Okay.
not a super group.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been with this band since the beginning, and the kind of band that always, well, personally, I think they always deliver, and this one is no exception. Lots of good rockers. I really like the message behind a lot of these songs. So yeah, like very good album.
What do they sound like a little bit?
They started, I would say their first 2 albums was maybe a little hard rock and heavy, but I wouldn't say metal. And then they started to get a little bit more commercial,
Okay.
but still like, and probably I would say one of the top 3 live bands that I've seen like in the last like 10 years. Like they're amazing
Really?
live. Yeah.
Have they been here? No.
The last time I saw them here was, I believe, at Blues Fest.
They were at Blues Fest. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess. I haven't been to Blues Fest in a little while there, but
Unfortunately, they were on the same night as Nickelback, so I had to stay and listen to that. But anyway,
I got no comment on Nickelback. It's just too much of a joke now. Like anyway. All right.
so number 2, yeah, Shine Down, Planet
All right.
Zero.
Number 2 for me. Helicopters, The Eyes of Oblivion. I was at Vertigo Records. I was like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I thought these guys had disbanded. And I bought this and I put it on. Like their last 2 records were so. Wow, what a friggin'... This is like their first one in over 15 years, I think, maybe. These guys, what? They're a little bit like Turbo Negro. They start off very punk, and then they get more commercial as it goes. And I remember telling my friend Yann, I go, look what I bought! And then he goes, fuck, I gotta go to Vertigo now and buy this one because he likes... but yeah, this... what was that? Eyes of Oblivion, that one song. This whole album just it flows like every song after song. It just goes. My God, this looks like an old 60s records that your mom would have, right? Like the way it's written, I find there like those. Well, I want records that my mom would have, I guess there, but yeah, the Helicopters, Eyes of Oblivion would be easily my number 2. A very good welcome surprise. Like I would have bought it anyway there, but I was just like I was at the store. I'm like, what the hell? Like they have a new album out. I didn't know they were back together. So Helicopters, Eyes of Oblivion.
Nice.
There you go. Now our number ones.
Number 1. For me, it would be Avantasia, The Paranormal Evening.
Is that the guy
From Ed Guy?
the lavatory love machine guy there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, this I find is their best album since Scarecrow. I always liked their album. I just find the last 2 maybe they were okay. They were not like, oh my God, but this one I find very, very good. Best song on here, Rhyme and Reason with the singer with the singer of Mr. Big, Eric Martin.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's always like him and a bunch of other singers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like
I know Alice Cooper. Was that Avantasia? Alice Cooper, the toy master?
yeah, that's on Scarecrow.
Okay, but that's Avantasia?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I have it. I just...
And he always like Michael Kiske is always like on his albums. Like he's
Wow.
him and Jorn and a bunch of others are always. So it's always cool to see like a bunch of different, and it's kind of like opera metal kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
if it sounds like the Toy Master, yeah, I know exactly what you...
I wasn't crazy about that song though. Like,
No, it's not.
There's a lot.
It sounds a little bit forced at times,
Yeah.
I find there. But anyway, I'm just...
Yeah.
Like musically, I've heard it. I have a couple more songs there, obviously, from those guys there. But I not as close to what you have there, obviously. Number 1.
Number
Okay.
1. Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
A Paranormal Evening with the Moonflower Society.
Wow, that's rolls off your tongue.
That's why I only said the first part when I introduced it.
All right.
Thanks for making me do it. Eh?
I honestly, I didn't realize. I was just shocked. Not that I have nothing against Anastasia. Just shocked that was that. Like, I talked to him on email or here or there. I just hardly ever mentions that one there. So I was just kind of shocked. So I guess I wasn't listening anymore. I was shocked. So anyway, all right, my number 1. So when I said more to come on that, Ghost Impera. It's now close to being a tie. Like this is actually very good. I find it better than Prequel, their one before this year. Prequel is kind of like it's very good, but there's a couple of songs on Prequel you're like, yeah. This one here, like even my nephew, like did you see the one we did? He's Kaiserion is on NHL 23, and he's like, that's a good song. He goes, finally, they're putting some good songs on. I'm like, oh, good job, Jerry. Yeah, Imperium, the intro, Kaiserion, Spillways, isn't that a catchy and a half song there?
Is that the one that has a?
Dun, 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 dun.
I find it has. No, maybe not. There's one song that I find has a, the band TNT, a riff that's like.
Okay, well, I don't
either like
you'll have
10,000 Lovers or something like that, but it's.
I don't know.
No, okay.
I know the song not enough to go and compare it to TNT there. Call Me Little Sunshine was a great lead-off single. Hunter's Moon by itself, I was like, okay. But on the album, it fits so well. And Watcher in the Sky, I love that song. 20s is probably my least favorite. I'm not a big fan of swearing. It starts off very cool, but then, motherfucker. Like, I was like, nah, come on.
But I think that's another one. On its own is, but on
it fits well.
It fits well.
Yeah, you're right. On its own, but I'm just not a. And Respite on this Battlefields, if you play it on CD and you play it on repeat, it kind of goes back to their same riff. Did you notice that?
No.
So now that you're not tired of it or whatever, put it in your car or whatever, put on repeat. So after when it gets to that song, it ends with the same riff that the album starts.
Okay.
Very difficult to do on a record there. But anyway, Ghost Impera would be easily my favorite album of 2022. They've changed a lot. Started off very heavy, I guess. Now they're commercial heavy, I guess. It's an evolution. It hasn't been a drastic change. Depends who you ask, though, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's our top 10 for that. Now we have a couple of honorable mentions. This is not any order, I guess. Just
no. So I'll just go with the two, and you've already mentioned them. So Saxon and the new Striper.
No Megadeth, huh?
No.
Not that I'm...
At the beginning, I really enjoyed the album, and then when I went back to it, I didn't like it as much.
Like I said, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Just not great, but it's still up there for me there.
Like some...
I'm just
the songs that are very good, I think, are very good. Mm-hmm. But then there's a few that I was kind of like...
I'm just curious there.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the Striper there. So, like I said, everybody's loving that new Striper there. Take the hint, guys, I guess. For me, I'll go... These are a little obscure ones maybe there. So I'll put Dorothy, Gifts from the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's what it's called. Can you read that?
Second of Fist.
Yeah. And Hoaxed Two Shadows. I found this on Facebook. I guess they did a Facebook ad, whatever, a paid ad. I'm just out of nowhere. Hoax is two girls from Doomy with good vocals, I guess. They're pretty cool there. Like I said, I would put in my top 10 there yet there. Reason being that they came out with a 45. I would have put the songs on the 45 on this. That. It would have been such a better album, in my opinion. But still, like I said, this is actually a very good surprise I found on Facebook. And this one here was not planning on buying any more Dorothy because the first ones are good, but it wasn't really my style there. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Again, because 2022 in this damn channel, I'm like, okay, well, I'll get it. And this actually is very good. I enjoyed like everything on this one here. So, Gifts from the Holy Ghost by Dorothy, and Two Shadows by Hoaxed. There you go.
So, which one out of these two, let's say that, like I've never heard that, which one do you think I should...
What you would like?
Yeah. Either that or the Helicopters. I've never really heard the Helicopters.
See, See, if I go by what his tastes that we've known all your life there, like what we have in common, I would easily probably say Helicopters, but with what you've shown us today, maybe Hoaxed. I don't know if they would. I'm not sure if you would like Helicopter. Have you heard any Helicopters before? Not even a.
No.
I remember showing Helicopters to Pascal and he loved it. Showing it to Yan and he loved it. Maybe I'm gonna go with Helicopters.
Okay.
It start off with it's an album with like a white cloud and a lightning bolt. I forget the name of the album there.
Okay.
Anyway, it's
White Cloud Lightning Bolt. Okay.
Yeah. It's easy to see there. Like I'll show it to you after. It's on my CD thing there. But anyway, that's our top 10 of 2022 and 2 honorable mentions. If you guys want to chime in and tell us your top 10s, by all means, go ahead. I'm going to try to answer to everybody. And if you want to chime in too and answer to people, go ahead. But yeah, that's our episode for today. So I'd like to thank you for
thanks for having me,
inviting yourself.
Yeah.
And on that note, if you like this type of content, Don't forget, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.